So the first thing we need to do is determine the frequency of the LAP94 allele amongst these 11 different locations. So let's write down different locations. And from these pie graphs, we kind of have to approximate the frequency of the allele expression. So I approximated the first one at 10%. The second one looks like 10, but a little bit more, so I made it 12. Same thing with 3, just a little bit more. 4 looks approximately like a quarter of the pie chart is gone, so that's 25. Same thing with 5, it looks like a third of the pie chart is completed, so I approximated to 33. And with the sixth one, it looks like it's at the third way mark with just a little bit more, so I just adjusted it still. And again at the 7 mark, 40. Now at 8, it went halfway and then a little bit over that pie chart, so I approximated that to 55%. And 9, 10, and 11 looks at about 2/3 of the pie chart is complete. 2/3 is roughly 66%. Now, if we look at areas 1 through 8 from, here's my north. So if we go due northeast, we got our little sampling points. Let's just copy down our chart over here and add it to over here. And then when we compare this to the other points over here, what do we notice? We notice a consistency amongst points 9, 10, and 11, and we also notice that they're very high values. Similarly, what we notice with the correlation between points 1 through 8 is that salinity increases the more outward you go. So the question is, why is this? Why could this possibly be? Well, for one, points 9, 10, 11 are closer to the Atlantic Ocean. Remember, the question said that the salinity values, the closer you get to the ocean, the more consistent these values become. And that's probably also true for points 1 through 8, because here we have the sound, and the further in you go, the more inland you are getting. So here's the ocean roughly over here, and you're getting more and more encased by land the more you go this way with the blue arrow. So we can therefore hypothesize the following. We can hypothesize that the higher the salinity, concentration, the higher the need for the LAP94 allele to maintain osmotic balance. Because remember, those values that were really close to the ocean were really high, which requires the species to neutralize these higher values so that it can survive, essentially. And the way it does that is through expression of this gene, the LAP94 gene. So the closer you are to the ocean, the higher the concentration of salinity, the more expression of this gene you're going to witness in order to maintain that osmotic balance.